Welcome to this presentation on Forecast 5 design there. So what we'd like to do is introduce the new Forecast 5 product which has been developed to replace WinForecast. So the first things we're going to deal with is the introduction of a login screen for the system so we can log in as administrator or admin, and that brings us to the opening entry screen for selecting our forecasts. From here you can see there are some options regarding new forecast, copy forecast, no values, i.e. a template, export to XML, delete the forecast. Additionally, the second tab here brings us to the changing and selection of the SQL server and the current SQL database. So we're able to select our existing forecast, Classic Wine Company, and that now starts to open WinForecast. So bringing WinForecast into view. What you're now able to see is the new look and feel of the product, as in similar to the Microsoft ribbon concept, new open close, across here the tabs recording different functionality, and down the left hand side the Windows Explorer and record view. Right. So some of the changes we've made here, in addition to the standard features of WinForecast, we have brought each of the options available with a single click. So from the details menu, we're able to see now that we're supporting the type of classic forecast, the type of forecast, start month, local currency. We have introduced into the currency tabs different currencies by month, so you can actually amend your projected exchange rates. And similarly, we have done it for GST to handle any future changes. You now have payroll tables with KiwiSaver tabs and the normal PAYE options. Other forecast options are the same, preferences the same, and our parameter defaults, which are the same as WinForecast. So that's fine from there. What we do have is, as per normal, sections underneath the Explorer window, which lead us to records. We have introduced the concept of a folder. What a folder allows us to do is to create multiple levels, down to 5 levels of data storage, and therefore each record can be created at that point. We also provide a right-click menu option for add folder section record, move a level up, which is where we can do that. Looking more closely at the record itself, you will now see a high similarity, or very similar to WinForecast. Though we have introduced 3 fields in here called the General Ledger Code, Project Code, and the External Code, which are designed to assist for us for integration into financial products, and that we facilitate an import of the record list, which you can do with General Ledger Code on data list, and that to make the creation of records in there. The normal functions such as income types all still exist. Currency has been allocated to here, GST type. If you're wishing to run to foreign currency records and select the alternative bank account, you need to set up separately invoiced income to be in US dollars, matching that bank's income. Down in our record details, we have the same profile, calculate from units, etc. for the generation of data and days credit profiles, functions as per normal. Right. So we have introduced some changes in the way that the bank accounts are now created within here, and that bank account can be set up in US dollars, similar to that, or whatever currency you have designated, and then can be credited or banked to by any record which is separately invoiced. We have also introduced into the wages type options what we now call employee groups. Now employee groups, changing this to wages, employees groups allow us to specify in groups the number of people or staff in the same level. So we can have 10 employees doing 40 hours a week at a rate of $20. So now we're able to do that, and this is all supported by the PAYE tables that are set up in the system, and you get this sort of result very quickly. Right. So what we have enabled is the ability to create an import from WinForecast, and the process is very similar to the existing structure. We create a new forecast, we open up and create the relevant sections that it replicate the same as we do for WinForecast. We export our record list, we open up WinForecast, and from the WinForecast record list screen we effectively are able to export that record list to a clipboard, bring it back to here and import the record list like that, and these records will be imported ready to be amended to the new style of your records, such as income and manually entered, and ready for those information is. Alright, so we're now able to slip back to the original forecast from that menu screen there and move into actuals. So we have two functions within this that have been tied together. The entry of opening balances has the same screen layout as actuals and opening balances, so you can actually export this from here and again put it into Excel, map the data and import it directly back in. The same function for actuals. The one screen is now the entry screen and the export or import screen, selecting the month that you're looking to bring it into. Now at the last stage, we will now look at the reports. So the reports are on a separate tab, allowing us to flick back and forth between the records and the reports. And what you're able to do is we've now got forecast type, budgets, what if, rolling or original, which is therefore gives us our four core reports: profit and loss, cash flow, balance sheet, funds flow. We've introduced a show all and a close all, which allows us to run all four of them up at the same time. So our profit and loss report sits from here. We can see, we can expand, we can put, and we've got the 12 months on the screen. This can be exported directly to Excel, simple click of export and paste. And similarly, our profit and loss variance reports are introduced, and exactly the same functions. Schedules are supplied, very similar to what we've had and used to. What we're able to do at any point is come in here, amend a wine record, do that change there, which happens in memory, and effectively come back to the report, select the report, and click the refresh button, and that will then ring through that right information. So at this stage, that is the end of this recording of Forecast 5 for WinForecast users. So hopefully you will be wanting to contact us and look towards upgrading, which we have provided some contact information for you. So you can log on to forecast5.com and register your interest there, or navigatorsoftware.co.nz. Call us on Auckland 820-9960, or email us at sales@navigatorsoftware.co.nz. For the period until the 30th of September, there is an incentive for anybody wishing to upgrade at significantly lowered prices from the official list prices. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we will see you upgrading to Forecast 5 in the very near future.